Action. We're live. Hey folks, it's me again. Me and my son Michael, or Junior, are in my vehicle, my Toyota Tacoma, my 1999 Toyota Tacoma extended cab, 4-speed, 5-speed, 4-cylinder. Had it since 1999, since it was brand new, and it has got me everywhere I've needed to be. Very reliable vehicle. As you know from my previous videos, I've tried to keep it clear and concise, and the world is spinning so quick right now that I could barely even see straight, and just to get times, dates, and places in my head on the spot, I think it's because I haven't really had a chance to relax. But since June 9th or 8th, Michael and I, we set out from San Diego up to Oregon to visit and so much knowledge and revelation, and listening to 3 preachers a day. From San Diego up to Oregon to visit my daughter, before traveling cross country to Virginia to a Bible school where Michael and I made it. And we spent 24 days just really soaking in so much knowledge and revelation, and listening to 3 preachers a day, and working with the ministry in the kitchen, in the media department, just on hand. When you go to a Bible school that has summer camp and winter camp and things like that, and they have guest speakers and visitors from all over the world, you don't just go to your room, shower, clean up, and rest and sleep and go to the services. Ministries depend on people to help. And so we, everything we did and everything we learned, it's become part of us. It's like the word says, to write the words of the Lord on your heart, and that's what we did. But this is like an addendum to my previous video, trying to receive funds. I came up with this sentence on my description down below that says, "Gone are the days of wearing camel skin and eating locusts and honey like John the Baptist." It just doesn't work like that. I'm already 3 days off of work right now, and it's very difficult to pay the bills where a person is living at without work. But Michael told me an interesting thing that is one of the many things that have raced through my mind on how I can get into full-time broadcasting. And he says, well, maybe I have 8 previous years of working with Home Depot experience with the pro desk. With I'm a door and window specialist, and so I worked in the millworks department, the pro desk, the lot attendant, cashiering, and all that stuff for 8 years. But I can get a job at Home Depot. But the thought was, well, maybe you can get a job at Home Depot and then work on your broadcasting. And I says, well, Mike, that's the same as having somebody invest several $1,000s in you to hire you and then bailing on them. Even though it's a big conglomerate, a big business, there are still people with ideas. And Home Depot, a Fortune 500 company, is the kind of company that literally does spend several $1,000s just to hire somebody, and it wouldn't be right for me to hire on with them and then bail on them. It just that's how idealistic I still am. I'm 52 years old, and I've been idealistic ever since I was in high school. And I've always been conservative since I've been in high school. And right now, everybody knows how difficult things are right now. It's getting harder and harder to be conservative. I noticed more American flags on bumper stickers of old beat-up cars I don't see them on the nice cars. So it's showing me that people who are struggling to live, they are still patriotic, and many of my friends are conservative, but many of my friends are roommating. They're not successful, but they are still idealistic. They're holding on to their ideals, their convictions, and their faith. And those are the people that I am friends with, people who are like-minded. And that's what I want to share on my broadcast. And you can look at all of my teachings that actually make it to YouTube. I can't have one little song without getting a copyright thing. So I don't know why I mentioned that, but you can check out my teachings, my videos. Some of them are comical, but most of them are useful. So part of this is to let people know that even though I am very minimally employed, I'm in the perfect position right now to have faith and realize that God really is up to something, and I need to do this thing with broadcasting. So that's it. That's all I could really think of right now is you can actually go to PayPal if you would like to help support my broadcasting, so I could do broadcasting as an occupation. Because let's see, what is the last thing that's happened in California? I believe yesterday, the first California assisted suicide person had a going away party. It was a 3-day going away party, and I was looking for work at the time. I could not cover that. Roughly 2 weeks ago, 2 San Diego police officers were shot. One was killed. I was working, and I was unable to do any kind of quality of anything to do with that and to support my hometown of San Diego, and because I was working. On the way back from Virginia, I had to beat the deadline, and it took 6 days, and I had to be at a homeless shelter in downtown San Diego so I can speak personally with the director of that ministry to get 2 openings to be on site, live on staff, and that didn't pan out. And then suddenly Michael and I were homeless for several hours, and it was a very scary feeling, but we weren't distressed, but nevertheless, it was scary. We were in a parking lot like we are right now. We're in a Home Depot parking lot. We were in a shopping center parking lot for several hours, wondering who we can call for work or who we can call for shelter. And only one person actually answered his phone and gave me some ideas. And we were so tired. We had literally just arrived back from the East Coast. And we fell asleep in the car for about an hour and then woke back up. And I had been talking to my sister, and she had offered for us to stay at her place. And so praise God for that. And Michael and I was able to start work right away. So we literally we had the weekend actually, because we arrived on Saturday. So it's been several weeks now, and I'm guessing at least 5 weeks, and we were able to pay this month's rent and half of last month's rent. And so now I'm back to the challenge of what am I going to do to continue paying rent. And it's almost like a lot of the gospel messages that we hear, where the preacher says living by faith is a lot like going out on a limb, branch on a tree, and you're crawling out to the end of it, knowing that you're going to still be able to continue, that God is going to grab you and carry you onto the next spot. And that's where I am. Michael and I, we both have the desire to be in the ministry through broadcasting and disaster response, because I am a chaplain with the Billy Graham Rapid Response Team. So we are at the end of the branch right now, and to make a very, a long story short, we are just asking for support. So this can be an occupation, and we are praying that something will break loose and God will touch some hearts to actually take the time to listen to some of my broadcasts, some of my YouTube, some of my Spreaker, and even my blog, which is michaeldtobin.blogspot.com, and even my book, 10 chapters of wonderful experiences through 25 years or so of me being dedicated and periodic ministry opportunities while working full-time for the past 25 years. If I was in full-time ministry, who knows how much I can more that I can accomplish. Not that it's me, it is the Lord through me. So I am really believing for support. You can also go to Amazon.com and search my name, Michael D. Tobin, and you'll see my book. It's called Making America Righteous Again, and there's an acronym, MARA, which means Mara. And each chapter focuses on the word Mara, which is bitterness, and Naomi, which her name means a delight. So Making America Righteous Again, from bitterness to a delight, is the name of my book. And the word Mara means bitter, and it's mentioned twice in the Bible, one from Moses and one from Naomi. It means bitter waters. So we are in a type of a position in our country right now where the waters are bitter. We're very bitter, we're angry, and we're distressed and perplexed. And we need to go from bitterness to a delight once again. So that's what my book focuses on real life experiences, real life people who have had an influence on my life. And it's not about me, but it's just about how a person can focus on themselves to make the world a better place. It starts with you and it starts with me. So check out Amazon.com. Look at my name. Search my name, Michael D. Tobin, and you'll see the book. And if you can just pass the word, and if I can start getting hits on that book, that would be a tremendous blessing. And I am on Spreaker, Spreaker.com. You could research my name on that too. So thank you very much. God bless you, and please comment wherever you see this video.